Hey there! Thanks for clicking my video. Okay, here's my story. About a month ago, I discovered Planet Zoo, and I have been completely obsessed with this game since then. I literally cannot do anything else. But before that, I was playing Sims 4, and I've been playing that game for years. I love Sims 4. It's a fantastic game. And I have built up many worlds and many communities, and I have generations of families that I've been following for years. And one day, about a month and a half ago, I was doing some work on my computer and moving some things around. So I put my last game save file on a hard drive for safekeeping while I was doing some work, and then when I went to put it back on my computer to reinstall it, it was corrupt. I couldn't access my game file. It was just gone. So I was completely devastated, and I tried to go back to the game and start new. I made a few characters, I started a few worlds, and I just couldn't. Every time I went back to play, I was just sad. I just missed all of the characters that I had made and the families that I had built up over many, many generations. So I decided I needed to take a break and find a new game. So I asked my family for some suggestions, and my niece actually plays Planet Zoo, so she said I should check it out. She thought that I would really like it, and she was right. I love it. It's amazing. So since then, I've been doing nothing else every chance that I get but playing this game. And I started out in the sandbox mode. So I know I saw some tutorials that said you should really do the game tutorials and start in franchise mode to learn all of the tricks, but that's not really how I like to jump into games. So I just started in sandbox mode and started playing with the different components and parts and all the construction pieces and seeing how they work. And I tried some of the pre-made habitats and started playing with the terrain and seeing how that works. And then obviously I had a lot of questions about how to do different things, so went to YouTube and started watching videos, and I found some amazing creators on YouTube who make just phenomenal landscapes, zooscapes, and got really, really inspired by some of the things that they did. So I started adding some of their ideas into my zoo, and one day my daughter sat down and was taking a look at what I was doing, and she was like, "Mom, this is really awesome. You should put this on YouTube." And I was like, But she was very persistent, and she persuaded me to go ahead and post my zoo anyway, despite my reservations, and just for fun, just to try something different and to see what you all think. Okay, so here we are in my swinging vine zoo. You can see many swinging vines here. All right, this is my centerpiece. I mean my statue when you first come in. Oh, I'll show you the entrance. Okay, so when I started, I had no idea that you could change the entrance. So I have the standard entrance here for the tropical zoo. And right as soon as you walk in the entrance, I've got this great fountain with statues of some of the animals that you're going to see in the Swinging Vine Zoo. At this point, I don't know if you know what, this is the second statue that I had in the center here. I think I did know at this point about how to sink different objects into the ground. So by hitting the shift key and so selecting an object, shift key, and then, moving it first, hitting the M to put it in move mode, and then using the shift key to raise and lower and put it exactly where I wanted. So I think I did know that when I recreated this, but I have these, I gotta find the right kinds of things to kind of sit on top here and hang over. So I have these very strange, what are they, bramble bushes up here, which kind of had the effect that I wanted with these little leaves sticking out, but really don't do the trick, as they kind of just sit straight out from this sign. So that is definitely something that needs to be fixed. So over here, I've got, yeah. What did I do there? Okay. So this section of the zoo, I think, is the first section. Oh, here we go. That I built, and then I came back and added in all of this foliage and landscaping. And when I was building this section here, I think I might have used a pre-made habitat to begin with. I started out by setting up all of my buildings back here, my vet, trade center, staff, keeper, quarantine, all back here out of the way. And the problem with that, though, is that my keepers are pretty upset about how far they need to walk to get to the different habitats. So didn't realize that was going to be an issue. And then, so here I just grabbed a barrier and just plunked down a barrier. That was tricky to figure out how to use even this barrier tool, and figuring out how to click on these different sections, make them curve or straight, and move these posts where I wanted them to go. And then so I just plunked down my barrier and put in some of these pre-made climbing apparatuses, and then also just this standard pre-made hard shelter here for my lemurs. So in here I have red-ruffed lemurs, and I think I do, yep. And red-ruffed, I don't know if I should say red-ruffed lemurs and ringtail lemurs, but all of my ringtail lemurs died. So I have no more ringtail lemurs in here, just red-ruffed lemurs. But they are all pretty happy. Oh yes, I forgot. These guys are old. They've been here a long time, so as you can see, I've been running the zoo for 70 years. I also didn't realize that I needed to pause right here, pause the play to when I was building if I wanted time not to pass. So this is a 7-year-old zoo, but it feels like it's only really should be 3 or 4 years old. So I think these guys are really happy. Yep, they're pretty happy. There's a couple of babies, a couple of older ones that need to be rehomed. And then over here, I went on to adding, my orangutans. I always used to say orangutans when I was little, so that's hard to break. But orangutans, and also my Treetop Cafe. So this was a pretty big project actually to figure out how to get this up here and all glassed in. It definitely didn't look like this in the beginning. Ooh. Okay, so over here I've got my orangutans. I'm not sure where they are. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can. Nope, I have to go outside the glass. Here we go. Okay. Yep. There they are. They're pretty happy too. A couple of babies in here as well. Let's go see a baby. Oh, oh, there he is. Okay. Also need to figure out how to use these controls a little bit more smoothly when I am going on a tour or showing you my zoo, because I'm very, very choppy, and I know there's got to be some settings that will fix that. But okay. So back out here. Oh, now I'm in this habitat, so that might be an issue trying to get out to finish the tour. But I'm going to go. Oh my goodness, where am I going? All right, here we go. Back on track. Okay, so over here, I feel like I'm not in explore mode anymore. I am not. I don't know how that happened, so I'm going to fix that. Here we go. All right, over here I've got some Chinese pangolins. And again, this was a kind of habitat where I just grabbed a barrier, plunked that down, plunked in some trees and some rocks, and put in some of the feeders, water, enrichment items, and the animal. There you go. So not a lot going on here. That needs a big rebuild. I also have over here, so it's Chinese pangolins, and then the aardvark over here. Same thing, just a cage. At this point, I was just trying to figure out how to change the height of the barriers and how to get it the right size for the animals and how to get the right kind of coverage with the number of trees and things like that in here. This is not an ideal place for my aardvark. He's very shy. They're all very shy, and they get very nervous when there's a lot of crowds around. So this is like the entrance right over here. A lot of people here. There's a big kind of traffic jam area back over here. So they get very nervous. So they need a big upgrade. They need a nice indoor hard shelter area. So that will be something I'll work on shortly. And then over here, I did learn quite a bit more by the time I added my, yeah. By the time I added my gorillas, I learned how to make this like building shelter and this indoor area for my gorillas, which I'll show you in a second. But first I need to show you this because I clearly had not learned how to raise or lower the floor over a path. This was actually really quite tricky at the beginning to try and get the path laid out in here and the floor over top of it. So that needs some work because my guests are all just kind of walking through this cloud here. But in here I was so excited about this area. I was able to make this building shelter where the gorillas could come in and have some bedding and some enrichment items. There's all of the invisible barrier here, which I had not used before, so I was really excited to be able to use that. And my barrier gate right here leads into this indoor area for my gorillas. And I think is there a baby right here? I think there is. I think yeah, look. So adorable. Oh my goodness. Okay. I should put it in play mode, but I don't want to have to deal with all the alerts and things that might come up when I do that. So I'm going to do that after. Okay, so then over here, I think I've got, oh yeah, so when I was learning about this building, for an actual building for a hard shelter for my animals, I was also learning about these viewing platforms and how to make them. So I made this viewing platform for my gorillas, and also learning how to make these rock walls as a barrier instead of using the pre-made barriers. So I've got this really lovely place out here for my gorillas. They're very happy with all of the traversable area that they have and all the climbable area that they have. So then back over here, and I need a lot of landscaping. Oops, it needs to be done. See, yeah, this is how glitchy I am. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at that. I need to learn how to do this more smoothly. Okay, so I need to add in a lot of foliage and just build up some of the scenery for our guests. Kind of like this area here, I do have a lot of foliage in this area, makes it look really nice. So this was very different from when I started, and I've discovered that I could make these glassed in underwater viewing areas. So in here I've got saltwater crocodiles, and guests can come and view them. It's not great because you can't see like really low. The water level's kind of here at your waist height, so you can kind of see when they dive over here, but it's not fantastic. And then I did another pool back here because they did not like to live in big groups and I wanted more. So I've got this whole pool back here also has a glass barrier so I can see right through to the other pool. And they've got some land up here to traverse on. Again, didn't at this point know about the buildings for hard shelters, so I've just got one of those. I really do like those logs though, so I've got one of those for my saltwater crocodile. I do like them though. I use them when I realized I could put walls around my shops. I started in this zoo covering all of the shops with those logs because I do really like the look of them. So then over here, I think I have, oh, I think I have, these are the collared peccaries. Yep. Okay, so, oh my goodness, did not know that they could get sick and pass away from being so sick, and a disease spread throughout all of my, here, I'm going to go in because I can't see through the fence, collared peccaries, and they all died. So I had to get a new bunch, and I'm just starting. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, they're not doing too badly. Okay, so I've got, he's hungry, a male and 2 females, and they have 1 little baby. So I had like 8 or 10 in here, and they all passed away. So I'm pretty happy that they are doing well again. Okay, out here. Now I have this area over here I am really excited about, because by the time I started, actually I built it and then I rebuilt it. So I guess these are kind of my first rebuild, like full rebuilds in this zoo. And I've got in here the mandrills. Okay, so I've got this area here where you can view them inside. Oh, I'm right up on the rocks here. Okay, they've got, oh, hello. And there's some babies in here. Not sure if I can't grab it from here. I have to grab the door. Let's see. Because it's my invisible barrier. Let's see if I can grab my door. I think we have quite a few in here. Let's see. Yeah, we've got 2 older ones. Male, female, female. So 2 females, a male and 2 females, and, oh, I gotta scroll down here, and 1, 2, 3 babies. So they're doing really well. And if you can see through here, where I was over here before with the saltwater crocodiles, you can go through here and walk along this raised pathway on the other side. So see across where they have this climbing area here, and see into their hard shelter from the other side. So I'll take you over there. And then I've got my chimpanzee house. So this is probably the most redone or built up, finished, complete area of the zoo. Because once I did learn a bunch of new tips and tricks, I started over here with the rebuild, and I'm working my way across to the other side of the zoo. So there is a viewing platform up here. I guess I'll take you up there first. So you can see down in here, they have a lovely river barrier that goes all the way over here as well. And down here, they've got all kinds of things to climb on and to play with. This bridge I built, not really a bridge, I guess this archway I built so that the water could look like it was going off into somewhere, because this is outside the barrier, the boundaries of the game where I can't build. And I didn't know that at first when I started playing the game, that I could move the entrance in and then build kind of outside the zoo, but still within the barrier of the game. So I'm right up against the barrier here, so I had to do something kind of to make it look like the water was going, the river was kind of going out that way. So lots and lots of foliage and this archway here. And then there's their hard shelter over there. I'll take you down there in a second to see. But, oh, sorry. Oh, again, so fast and glitchy with my managing my camera here. So on this side, I can also see they can come around the front of their hard shelter and come out to this side and have this bridge here that they can climb across, this huge climbing structure. I made these fences. They were all this height at first, and then I realized they could probably jump out from here, so had to then take these sections here and raise them up. So it's not great because it kind of blocks the view, so I might actually not be completely done this, and I might need to fix that a little bit. I can see back over, oh, I can kind of see back over into the mandrills habitat over here. And, oh, I didn't take you into the center either, where all of my, exhibits are. Okay, so we can come down here to have a look inside. You can see inside here, their hard shelter area. There's another, oh, walking on my flower bed. Another area over here where I can see, oh, there's baby. Inside, well, inside their exterior and also inside their interior. I don't think anybody's inside right now. Maybe. No. Nope, nobody's inside right now. So a little bit of a climbing area, some enrichment items, and some bedding. Oh, took me right outside there. Got some posters in here, some information here. One thing I do need to do is go back through the whole park and add information points to all of the exhibits and habitats. More education. Okay, I'm going to take you back across the other way so you can see the other side of the mandrill. I was really excited about these signs. So I have my chimpanzee house here and my mandrill island here. So these are the only two habitats that have these signs. I'm going to add these signs to all of the habitats in the park. Oh, we've got some foliage coming out into the path here. Here we go. All right. Here you can see Mandrill Island. So they also have a river going all the way around, concrete barriers. You can see across here where the mandrills are in their hard shelter over here. They can climb down these rocks and climb onto the island. The keepers can't get onto the island, so there's no food or water on the island that they need to replenish. And over there is the Saltwater Crocodile higher bridge, kind of higher walkway that we saw from down below. And then back here, oh, this is a very crowded area. I didn't realize either when I first built that I could make my paths much wider. So, sorry. So I need to go back. I don't know if I can go back through and make them wider now because they are so kind of boxed in with everything. So over here we have our Galapagos tortoises. I mean, where are they? Oh, there they are. They're pretty happy. They were making babies like crazy before I realized that I could give them contraceptives and have them stop making so many babies. And now they just have one or two, I think. So here is our exhibits. We've got a number of exhibits, maybe 7 in here, all underneath this glass roof, which was quite an exciting thing to try and make. It didn't turn out how I wanted. So this was my first glass roof area that I made, and it's okay, but I'm not in love with it. So I'm thinking I will change that as well. I also learned last week that I could manage all of these populations in these exhibits. These guys were not a problem because I only have one of them in here. Where is he? Oh! Oh, whoops, I'm inside. There he is. Okay, and over here. Is he in the tree too? Where is he? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay. I can manage all of these populations so that when they had offspring, those offspring went directly to the trade center and they didn't become completely overpopulated, because I had a few different things that just completely got overrun. And they were very, very, very unhappy. But I went into the managed population, and now I can send all those babies to the trade center and then decide what to do with them from there. Well, I can't see very much in my exhibits today. This is a scorpion. And my guest here is also having a hard time seeing where my scorpions are. But they're in there somewhere. Here, I'll show you. There's a few of them. Let's see. Yeah, see, we've got a male, 2 males and 3 females. So one is expecting offspring. Okay, so beside the exhibits here, this is again the gorilla enclosure over there. Beside these exhibits, we have a little area with some concessions. So At first, I was just kind of plunking these concessions down, just bare bones, nothing on them beside a path anywhere. And then I realized that I could put these walls on them, decorate them up. And then I realized that I could put them together in this like little concession area and make them all into one unit. And I could put a roof on them so they really look cohesive in this area. So that's our concessions. I think we have over here, I think I've showed you everything. So over here we have a bathroom and a couple of, where are they? Oh, way over here. And a couple of vending machines. So I built this. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. That is not supposed to be here. I'm going to need to get rid of that later. Okay, so I've got bathrooms here, and then I have some more staff room, keeper hut, and I built this little shelter for the vending machines, so it looks just a little bit better than having a vending machine just stuck on the pathway somewhere. So I think the only thing I didn't show you is my tapirs. So I'm just going to take you up here again. Sorry, all just plowing through all of my guests here. And the tapirs are in here. Okay. So, oh my goodness, here we go. It is very crowded. I need wider paths. Or I was also thinking about limiting the number of guests at this park because I have 4,000 guests at this park right now. Okay, so here's my tapirs. They're very happy in here. At first, they were not. They didn't have enough water. They didn't have enough area of the water or depth. So, and I couldn't expand because at that point I already had my lemurs over here and my Chinese pangolin over here. So and this path that went right across, and I had raised up so that we could have a good view into their habitat. So I blew out under the path and extended their habitat over here. So they have this like swim through underneath pond. And they can come up onto this. Not much else over here, just a little bit of foliage and just some rocks they can swim. They do swim through here and they come up here and we can view them from this side too. I wasn't sure if they would when I was working on it, but I got that done and tried it out, and they do actually love to swim around in there and swim through to the other side. So just plowing through all of our guests here and going back to the entrance. We just have a couple of things more up here. Ice cream shop. Can't remember what else I put up here. And we're now on the other side of our lemurs here. There's a little one, so cute. Okay, and then the entrance is right over here. And here I have a restaurant. Again, when I set it in here, I didn't realize I could put walls on it and actually decorate it and make it look a little bit nicer. So that has already been upgraded as well. So it's got some walls, a roof, nothing else really around it. I've seen some amazing restaurants that extend this area and have indoor seating and just really beautifully done. So, but I have outdoor seating for this restaurant here, and I did really like how I learned to make these concrete barriers with these rounded corners and this sloped part here, so you can see more of the garden that's surrounding the restaurant patio. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to head back over here. I do have just the pre-made kind of standard souvenir shop information over here, and that is it. Yes, I think I definitely need to do something about the people. I don't know if my zoo really should be having 4,000 guests because it seems very crowded everywhere. So I think I need to set a limit for that, or somehow figure out how I can widen the paths. All right, so that is my zoo as it stands now, and I am going to be rebuilding with everything that I've learned since I've been playing and watching YouTube tutorials. from all of the other amazing creators out there on YouTube. I started over here with my chimps and my mandrills. They need a few little touch-ups, but they're mostly done, so I'm going to work my way across the zoo over here. And I hope that you join me for this journey. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!